Today is Tuesday, September 19th, 2023, and this is the Dunkley Report. India dismissed allegations that its government was linked to the killing of a Sikh activist in Canada as absurd Tuesday, and expelled a senior Canadian diplomat. It came a day after Canada expelled a top Indian diplomat as it investigates what Prime Minister Justin Trudeau called credible allegations its government may have had links to the assassination of Sikh leader Hardeep Singh Nijjar, who was gunned down on June 18th outside a Sikh cultural center in Surrey, British Columbia. The dueling expulsions come as relations between Canada and India are tense. Trade talks have been derailed, and Canada just cancelled a trade mission to India that was planned for the fall. Protests by pro-Sikh independence groups in Canada have angered the Modi government. Americans held for years in Iranian custody walked arm in arm off a plane into freedom. Monday's release was part of a painstakingly negotiated deal between the United States and Iran. The U.S.-Iran prisoner swap saw the Biden administration agree to the release of nearly $6 billion in frozen Iranian assets owed by South Korea. Despite the release, tensions remain high between the U.S. and Iran over Tehran's nuclear program and other matters. Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi suggests the deal could be used to build trust with the U.S. But the exchange has unfolded during ongoing disputes between the two rivals and an American military buildup in the Persian Gulf. The crash site for a stealth fighter jet that went missing during the weekend after its pilot ejected has been located in rural South Carolina after the military asked the public for help finding an aircraft built to elude detection. The debris field was discovered Monday in Williamsburg County, about 2 hours northeast of Joint Base Charleston. Residents were being asked to avoid the area while the recovery team works to secure it. Authorities had been searching for the jet since the pilot parachuted to safety into a North Charleston neighborhood about 2 p.m. Sunday. He was taken to a hospital where he was in stable condition. Ukraine's leader and Russia's top diplomat could cross paths at the United Nations this week, and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky suggested Monday that the world body needs to answer for allowing his country's invader a seat at the tables of power. Zelensky is due to address world leaders at the UN General Assembly on Tuesday, then speak Wednesday at a UN Security Council meeting about Ukraine. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov also is expected at the council meeting. Zelensky says that if there's still a place for Russia in the UN, that's a question to all the members. He spoke while visiting injured Ukrainian military members at New York's Staten Island University Hospital. The auto workers' strike against Detroit's Big Three is now in its fourth day. There were no signs Monday of an early breakthrough that might end the strike, and the United Auto Workers have threatened to escalate their walkout against Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis. President Joe Biden is sending his acting labor secretary and another top aide to Detroit early this week to see what they can do to bring the two sides together. In a video statement late Monday, UAW President Shawn Fain said more factories could be targeted if substantial progress toward an agreement isn't reached by Friday at noon. Hunter Biden has filed a lawsuit against the Internal Revenue Service. He's arguing that two agents violated his right to privacy when they publicly aired his tax information as they pressed claims that a federal investigation of Biden had been improperly handled. The lawsuit filed Monday says that his personal tax details shared during congressional hearings and interviews was not allowed by whistleblower protections. The suit comes days after Biden was indicted on federal firearms charges amid a long-running Justice Department investigation. The charges alleging that he lied about his drug use to buy and possess a gun in October 2018 could put the case on track toward a possible high-stakes trial as the 2024 election looms. Donald Trump is facing political blowback from within his party for his comments about abortion. The former president said on NBC's Meet the Press that the Florida ban on abortions at 6 weeks of pregnancy signed by Governor Ron DeSantis was a terrible mistake. The country's largest anti-abortion organization, which backs a national ban at 15 weeks of pregnancy, released a statement saying anything less restrictive makes no sense. Another anti-abortion leader says Trump has abandoned the pro-life movement. So far, the former president has dominated the 2024 field, while at times spurning anti-abortion groups. The commitments were far-reaching and ambitious. Among them, end extreme poverty and hunger. Ensure every child on Earth gets a quality secondary education. Achieve gender equality. Make significant inroads in tackling climate change by 2030. Create universal access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. But halfway to that goal, progress is lagging badly, and in some cases going backward. At a two-day summit, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres will be trying to kickstart action to achieve the 17 goals adopted by world leaders in 2015. Developing countries in particular consider them crucial to closing the widening inequality gap between the world's rich and poor countries. A son of former Sinaloa cartel leader Joaquin El Chapo Guzman has pleaded not guilty in federal court in Chicago. The not guilty plea from Ovidio Guzman Lopez came Monday during his initial court appearance after being extradited from Mexico on Friday to face drug trafficking, money laundering, and other charges. Mexican security forces captured Guzman Lopez in January in Culiacan, capital of Sinaloa State. 3 years earlier, the government had tried to capture him, but aborted the operation after his cartel allies set off a wave of violence in Culiacan. Michigan State Athletic Director Alan Haller has informed suspended football coach Mel Tucker he is being fired for cause without compensation for his conduct with activist and rape survivor Brenda Tracy. Haller says Monday that the notice provides Tucker with 7 calendar days to respond and present reasons to me and the interim president as to why he should not be terminated for cause. Tucker is in the 3rd year of a $95 million, 10-year contract. Haller says the decision does not affect the ongoing investigation into Tracy's allegations of sexual harassment. Today's news was reported by the Associated Press. This has been the World News for Tuesday, September 19th, 2023. Thanks again for joining us at the Dunkley Report.